They shine in Hollywood today, but their roots go deep into history. From royal bloodlines to presidential families, these celebrities aren't just stars, they're living legacies. Here are famous celebrities who are actually related to historical figures. Tom Hanks is related to Abraham Lincoln through Lincoln's mother's family line. Even in history, Hanks comes from truly presidential roots. Angelina Jolie is descended from King Philip II of France through a royal bloodline. No wonder she carries herself like Hollywood royalty. Hilary Duff is a descendant of Robert the Bruce, the famous King of Scots. The pot princess actually has royal Scottish blood. Beyoncé is distantly related to Queen Elizabeth II through a shared royal ancestor. The Queen of Pop has royal blood to match her crown. Robert Pattinson is reportedly related to Vlad the Impaler, the real-life Dracula. No wonder he was born to play a vampire. Meghan Markle is related to Winston Churchill through English ancestry. From royal duchess to political legacy, history truly runs in her family. Sophia Loren is reportedly related to Benito Mussolini, the Italian dictator. Hollywood glamour meets a controversial historical lineage. Hugh Grant is descended from King Henry VII of England through distant royal lines. Turns out, the charming actor has a crown in his family tree. Benedict Cumberbatch is related to King Richard III of England through distant cousins. Royal blood and acting talent clearly run in his family. Jake Gyllenhaal is distantly related to King Edward III of England through old royal lines. Hollywood talent meets centuries of royal history. Sigourney Weaver is descended from King Henry I of England through distant ancestors. Even Hollywood royalty can trace their roots back to actual kings. Tom Cruise is descended from Richard de Clare, the famous Anglo-Norman noble, action star with roots in medieval nobility. Dakota Johnson is related to President Lyndon B. Johnson through family lineage. Politics in Hollywood run in her blood. Carrie Elwes is descended from John Elwes, the famously eccentric English Member of Parliament and miser. Looks like Hollywood charm meets a quirky historical legacy. Anna Chancellor is related to Jane Austen, the legendary English novelist. Literary talent seems to run in her family. Helena Bonham Carter is related to H.H. Asquith, the former British Prime Minister. Politics and drama clearly flow through her family tree. George Clooney is related to Abraham Lincoln through Lincoln's mother's family line. Hollywood's leading man shares roots with one of America's greatest presidents. Brooke Shields is descended from King Henry IV of France through noble ancestry. Royal elegance clearly runs in her family. Ralph Fiennes is related to James II of Scotland through distant royal lines. The actor's noble heritage matches his commanding on-screen presence. Celine Dion is descended from King Louis XIV of France through royal ancestry. The Queen of Pop truly has royal roots. Johnny Depp is related to Queen Elizabeth II. Looks like Hollywood's pirate has a bit of royal treasure in his bloodline. Brad Pitt's royal roots trace back to King Henry II of England, making him distant nobility. With that charm and presence, it's no wonder he rules Hollywood like a king. Uma Thurman is descended from King Edward I of England through distant ancestors. Hollywood royalty meets actual royal lineage. Edward Norton is reportedly related to Pocahontas through ancestral lineage. Hollywood talent with a connection to American history. Rashida Jones is descended from Betty Washington Lewis, sister of George Washington. History runs in her family alongside her Hollywood fame. Clint Eastwood is descended from King Henry I of England through distant ancestors. The iconic actor's roots trace back to actual royalty. Taylor Swift is related to Emily Dickinson, the famous American poet. Musical and literary talent seem to run in her family. Kit Harington is descended from Robert Catesby, the leader of the Gunpowder Plot. Hollywood drama meets a historic legacy of rebellion. Paris Hilton is the granddaughter of Conrad Hilton, the founder of Hilton Hotels. Luxury and fame clearly run in her family. Harry Lloyd is descended from Charles Dickens, the legendary English novelist. Storytelling talent seems to flow through his family. Anne Hathaway is related to Geoffrey Chaucer, the famous English poet. Literary greatness runs deep in her family tree. Ben Affleck is distantly related to Barack Obama through ancestral lines. Hollywood star power meets presidential roots. Patton Oswalt is reportedly descended from Genghis Khan, the famous Mongol emperor. Comedy and a legacy of conquest run in his family. Glenn Close is related to George Washington, the first president of the United States. Hollywood royalty meets presidential heritage. Christopher Lee is descended from Charlemagne, the medieval emperor of Europe. The legendary actor truly had royal blood. Dree Hemingway is the granddaughter of Ernest Hemingway, the famous American novelist. Literary talent clearly runs in her family. Tilda Swinton is descended from Robert the Bruce, the famous King of Scots. Scottish royal blood flows through this Hollywood star. Richard Gere is descended from Richard Warren, a passenger on the Mayflower. Hollywood charm meets a direct link to early American history. Anderson Cooper is descended from Cornelius Vanderbilt, the famous American industrialist. Journalism and historic wealth run in his family. Ozzy Osbourne is reportedly related to Nicholas II, the last emperor of Russia. Rock royalty meets real royal blood. Oona Chaplin is the granddaughter of the legendary Charlie Chaplin. From silent film genius to modern screen star, the Chaplin legacy lives on. Which connection surprised you the most? Comment below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more amazing celebrity facts.